I did it. My research is finished at last. Tomorrow I'll submit it to the professor. It will be a big day. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Dad's disappearance, too. It's already been 10 years. Henry Morgan, the famous archaeologist, vanished under mysterious circumstances. This was the most recurring headline in the newspapers. I'm sorry, Dad. I tried really hard to understand where your final research took you. A hello to Mom, and then to sleep. Unfortunately, she can't be here tomorrow. Her latest expedition in the Amazon is taking longer than expected. Let's hope she receives my email. Good night, Mom. Coming! This postman believes that everything he delivers is urgent. One can never even get a few hours rest. It's only 2 p.m. The day has only just started. Let's see. Bills. A letter from me? Nobody writes to me, usually. It's dated July 25th, 2008. The same day my father disappeared. Dear Willy, it's Dad. If you received this letter, it means that my mission didn't go according to plan. I can't linger or I would put your mother and you in danger. You must go to the old inn in Bonetown as soon as possible. Room 09, but never trust anyone. Everything begins there in the warmth of a friendly place. Love, Dad. It certainly isn't a prank. The style and handwriting are my father's. I've looked for clues to his disappearance for 10 years. And I even got a letter from him. I must leave for Bonetown immediately. I'll have to manage somehow, because Mom is still traveling. But Bonetown isn't far. With a little money and a bike, I can get there in a few hours. I saw the bike around the house. There's even some money around here somewhere. Off we go! Perfect, I already found the bike. Or rather, what's left of it. To leave, I'll need all the other parts too. Hi, I'm Willy. Would you like to take a short tutorial to learn how to handle things in my world? Good, let's do a quick overview of how to play. Let's start with the basics. By holding down the space bar or clicking on the icon at the top left, you can highlight the objects with which you can interact. Try to see what happens. Great! As you can see, the hotspots are marked with an icon like this one. If you want to pick up an item, use it, talk to someone, or speed up the dialogue, you can do so by pressing the left mouse button. Now try to pick up the object you spotted a few moments ago. Good. Now let's focus on the inventory. You can open and close it by using the mouse wheel or pressing the I key. Give it a try. Very good. You can examine an item both in the inventory and in your surroundings by pressing the right mouse button. Reopen the inventory and examine the item you just collected. Perfect. We have completed the tutorial. Here's a last bit of useful information. You can open the pause menu by pressing Escape or by clicking on the menu icon at the top right. Finally, by double-clicking with the mouse on the directional arrows, you can immediately move from one place to another. If you are uncertain of what to do, you can access the Help section included in the pause menu. Let's start. Collecting everything found lying about is a real fixation. It's a tribute to my favorite band by the artist Glenn Fernandez Sardi. I need a bicycle wheel. Too easy. I need a ladder to get to it. Essential for traveling. Empty. I could fill it up with the stuff inside the boxes around the corner in the corridor. Unbelievable. The drawer opened just by pulling it. Too many drawers. I don't have enough clothes to fill them all. They will come in handy. I'll take them with me. Here they are. Too many drawers. I don't have enough clothes to fill them all. Its contents could come in handy. My trusty old piggy bank. My mother gave it to me as a present. According to her, it's the best way to learn home economics. Or, in other words, learn to save. And judging by the sound the piggy bank makes, I got pretty good at it. Giotto always had one too, or so they say. Et voila! A perfectly ordinary table lamp. Switched on. It's a memento. Best leave it here. It's a photo of my cousins, Nate and Sammy Morgan. I haven't heard from them in years, but we were always close. It won't come off. It looks like it's bolted on. It certainly helped me sleep better. No way. If we start by taking a key at the beginning of the adventure, what will happen next? I wonder what this key opens. It's always good to have one for a pleasant bike ride. I'd better take only what is strictly necessary. There's a lot of stuff still left to sort out. Notes, research. Coming from a family of adventurers, what else could be expected? I promise when I get back, I'll sort everything in alphabetical or chronological order, just as I've been doing for the last year. I glimpse maps and various memorabilia, but I don't believe they'll take me to Bonetown. If only there was a rubber chicken, but these could come in handy too. Too many things. I couldn't take them all with me. We had moved recently, and after my father's disappearance, everything was left as it was. My mother took almost everything with her for this journey. Whenever my mother sets out to make a new discovery, she focuses solely on that. I better not turn it off. Mom must have had her reasons for leaving it like this. At least I think so. The lamp is on. When my mother's busy with research, everything else comes second. I don't need a map to get to Bonetown. I already know where it is. Moreover, this isn't a map of our state. This is the map that led my mother to the discovery of her first sunken shipwreck. I've decided to keep this souvenir as a good luck charm. She's been looking for new treasures ever since. A little like my father, before his disappearance. They were always soulmates. Since my father left, Mom has devoted herself entirely to me and her work. Then I grew up. I've already read them all. They were all written by Elizabeth Reed, my mother. To me, it's a sort of logbook of her travels over the last 10 years. After touring the world, she decided to partly reveal the origin of her discoveries. I'm in many of them, before becoming mature enough to look after our home and carry out my own research. It's my mother's alarm clock. Ever since she gave it to me to repair, though, it stopped working altogether. It could contain something important that would be of use to me. Strange object. Let's see what happens when I pull one of the branches. I thought so. Ingenious! Typical of my mother. I bet she designed it. Look at the nice ring inside it. It looks ancient, and there's also an engraving inside. Difficult to make out. S.C. Arvis Mag A. I think I know what it is. I'll put it in the bag. It might come in handy. Wow! Now in your inventory you have items that you can combine. Doing so is very simple. Open the inventory, select an item with the left mouse button, then select a second item. If successful, wait a few moments and you'll see these items combine and a brand new one will appear. This will certainly be very useful. Try to combine the item you just found with another item you already have in your inventory. I must try to find a better way to use this piece of memorabilia. And it came to pass that my criminal career began. It's not about bragging to friends. It's the symbol of my family, and I'm proud of it. It's the family crest. I don't think it has the same value as that of lords or barons. As a matter of fact, I believe it was created by my father to honor the Morgan roots, in pursuit of knowledge, for glory and posterity. Dad used to say this at the end of bedtime stories, the protagonist of which was invariably a Morgan. Admire my physical prowess. I see all that working out has yielded results. The painting is really beautiful, but so is its setting. It's essential to remember the title and the author's name. It's Furniture in the Valley by Giorgio de Chirico. The artist wanted to express the concept of the Übermensch tied down by the instability of human life. All I see is a comfortable armchair in front of a landscape. Maybe this explains why I'm not an artist. If somebody threw something in there, it means it wasn't meant to come out again. I love research, but not to this extent. I ran out of it this morning. I meant to go shopping, but my plans fell through. Liquid soap, the modern hygienic solution. Let's take it. One never knows what might come next. The cabinet is open. I prefer to leave it here, otherwise I won't be able to monitor the phases of my puberty. I confirm my morning impression. I'm particularly handsome today, and even the pimples I had yesterday have vanished, making room for other smaller ones. There's a lot of stuff in here, but it's no use to me. There isn't a drop left. I used it all for the bath I was planning to take. Body care beauty products, and the results can be seen. I need something to get the plug out. I don't want to get wet. I was ready for a nice relaxing bath. Best to postpone it. I feel more at ease taking it with me. I don't need a painting to remind me of my grandfather. He's my grandfather, himself a famous archaeologist. He was among the first to discover the lost civilizations of the Amazon. I'm the bookworm of the family. It's a work by the great artist Tiago Huasel. He called it Suhasuna. It's needed to identify the author of the painting. I like where it is. To remember my little dog Pipoca, and to keep the front door closed. It's Pipoca. as painted by Thiago Huasel. I'd rather leave it where it is. It works perfectly. I would only run the risk of damaging it. I remember when you could get in there. Old reminders. There's information that could be useful. I would like to return it among the boxes stacked in the closet, but I'd better leave it here. I can't remember where my mother found it, but I always feel like I'm being watched when I'm here. I can't. When Mom leaves for a trip, she always turns off the gas to avoid any unpleasant surprises. She always says that for a kid my age, the microwave is more than enough. I don't think the incident last year helped. Let's just say that calling the fire department about a burned pan can't exactly be considered my finest moment. In this, my mother used to hide little surprises for me. Let's see if I'm still lucky. Would you look at this? It looks like there's a little emergency money in the bottom of the tins. There's no greater emergency than this. It's quite a bit of money. Once the piggy bank is opened, I could have a small fortune. They look like tins to store pasta or cookies. I could do with something to cook. Others use it to cook sweet little furry animals. I prefer heating up something already cooked. Very useful when one is always in a hurry. It doesn't look like it, but there's a logical order. If I start moving everything, the whole day will be affected by it. This is a brilliant example of how a kitchen can be untidy and clean at the same time. Pepperoni and pineapple pizza, a real delicacy. Pepperoni and pineapple pizza is my favorite. Maybe I might eat a slice later for a snack. No thanks, I never eat between meals. Various foods, easy to warm up in the microwave and nutritious enough. No thanks, I never eat between meals. Not now, I have more important things to do. Every meal has been carefully selected by Mom based on its caloric intake and ease of preparation. I need something to secure it. I can't take it. It serves an important function in this fridge. I used it temporarily to reinforce one of the shelves. If I pull it out, everything will fall down. I first need to fix the shelf. I can't take it. It serves an important function. I used it temporarily to reinforce. If I pull it out, everything will fall down. I first need to fix... It looks just like the handlebar from my bike. I already had breakfast. Mom always says that milk is good for my fragile bones. That's why we always have a supply in the fridge.